In Movies and Money today, The Lion King is ruling the box office, but a film starring Brad Pitt and Leonardo DiCaprio, directed by Quentin Tarantino, is on the way. Movie man Erik Childress is following all the action. Hello to you, Erik.
Hi, Angie.
You are among the first to see Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. What do you think?
I thought a lot, Angie, and frankly I'm still thinking about and will likely continue to do so for some time. Tarantino's new film is a pastiche of cinephile reminiscence and the kind of wish fulfillment that the Hollywood Dream Factory has been so capable of delivering even during the harshest of periods. 1969 was one such time, and we see it through the eyes of three characters on different slopes of their careers. There is Leonardo DiCaprio's Rick Dalton, a Western television star whose time has been fading after taking a number of smaller guest roles instead of expanding his movie career. His best friend Cliff Booth, played by Brad Pitt, was his former stuntman and now acts as a driver and gopher who is perfectly content being adjacent to fame rather than pursuing it. Then there's Margot Robbie, who plays Sharon Tate, whose fate was sealed in October of that year in one of the most infamous murder scenes in history.
Me an actor?
No, I'm a stuntman. You can do anything you want to him.
There's literally not enough time in this segment to go into all the nuances and connections that these three characters represent, but Tarantino does a rather brilliant job of weaving this narrative for over 2.5 hours on screen. This is a film that deserves time to breathe and be devoid of instant hot takes after just a single viewing.
The eyes of film critics are certainly on it, but will audiences love having Brad Pitt and Leonardo DiCaprio on the screen together?
The combination of Tarantino with two of the biggest movie stars teamed up together on screen for the first time should be irresistible no matter what month it opens in. Tarantino had a major hit with Pitt in the summer of 2009 with Inglourious Basterds, and one with DiCaprio in a supporting role in Django Unchained. The Hateful Eight did not do as well as those films, but I do suspect that the film will have a very solid opening this weekend, even if it won't be nearly enough to dethrone The Lion King. Somewhere in the $30 million range is what everyone is projecting, though I think it could extend into the higher 30s. 6 of DiCaprio's last 7 films since 2010 have grossed over $116 million or more, and at the beginning of summer I predicted this film would be able to cross that barrier. Having seen the film now, I wonder if that prediction will hold. Length has never been a problem for audiences, clearly with Tarantino, but this is also a much different film than what they have seen from him in some time, probably since Jackie Brown back in 1997. All of the elements they have come to expect are there, but the mood of the film is more melancholy, though certainly no less funny, which it very much is. And some of the word of mouth may end up focused on the film's final act, which will be the subject of much scrutiny for a variety of factors, and how you read into what exactly plays out. It could be a selling point or a warning sign for some to stay away. I hope audiences will find the same exhilaration in the film that I did, but agreeing with critics is not always top of mind when it comes to a viewer's enjoyment at the movies.
We have to get to the big roar from Disney with the new version of The Lion King. That film shattered records for the month of July and has already earned more than $500 million worldwide. And then the Avengers scoring a big one.
That's right, Angie. Even before it happened last weekend, Marvel's Kevin Feige announced to the fandom at the San Diego Comic-Con on Saturday that Avengers Endgame had overtaken Avatar as the highest-grossing film of all time in all the world. With over $2.79 billion, Anthony and Joe Russo now join an elite company with no less than Steven Spielberg, George Lucas, and James Cameron as the directors who have made films that have owned that spot. Endgame was certainly the result of an 11-year build-up that has paid off for Marvel and now Disney, and it looks like that success will continue for years to come, and certainly this summer. Both Toy Story 4 and Spider-Man Far From Home are headed for the billion-dollar category. Aladdin is going to pass it any day now. The Lion King is already over $550 million in less than 2 weeks of release around the globe. Great news for Disney, maybe less so for auteurs and the little guys. Though some of these films are very good, this kind of monopoly-like dominance continues to cause sweating for an industry beginning to siphon off into areas like Netflix. While streaming services were not top of mind back in 1969, this bygone era, sort of a temporal junction point of history starring our best angels and our worst demons, may offer yet another way to look at the fairy tale of Tarantino's latest.
We have to leave it there. Thank you, Erik. We'll see you next week.
Thank you, Angie.
For more Business First AM, check us out on social media. We're on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. And go to businessfirstam.com for where to see our show on TV.